I need that money. I really, really do. Free content because you like it, and I'm not going to sit here and argue the difference between crowdfunding free content because you like it and you want to see it to continue versus...
I know, because, like, I want to play it, because, like, I really like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. That game I really liked. I wasn't very good at it, but I still enjoyed it. And I know DSP played the first one for a little bit, and then he kind of gave up on it very quickly, like he does every other fighting game. But the new one looks really good. But he's so scared of the waifus in that, he's not playing that.
Someone who is literally creating content to sell you something so that they can pay, or so they can make money to line their pockets. Do you understand the difference? It's very different. It is. It's just very different. Listen, if you want to be advertised to, you can go to TV, or you can go to any of the shows on the internet. I mean, even the things you pay for.
Just a reminder, Phil, my content's totally free. I'm not making a goddamn dime on you, but I'm still making content on you because the world needs to fucking know more about how much of a piece of shit this guy is.
Netflix, Amazon Video, they're all got ads now.
And it's fun.
It's all just ads everywhere.
It's entertaining.
Right? You can go watch as many advertisements as you like. I would think that it would be refreshing that there's someone who makes content for you that doesn't want you to be advertised to all day. No? No?
Oh my god.
I would think so, right? You know,
I think I would rather watch like a quick short advertisement than listening to him begging for money for like 20 minutes fucking straight, going into this whole bullshit spiel he always goddamn does, where it's like, I don't get sponsorships. I'm a single person. I'm crowdfunded, blah, blah, blah. Like that whole fucking begging spiel that he fucking does.
It's a necessary evil to have ads on content. If I could have no ads on anything, no ads on the streams, no ads on my videos, of course I would do that. I don't have enough.
His show is a goddamn joke, but it's not worth it. It's falling.
I need to have some of that.
His show is falling fast. It really is.
I don't like ads just like you, know? But if I can...
Keemstar is desperate because the show is fading, because it's not worth... Not a good show. It never was a good idea to begin with. It was never going to last. And now he's getting worried that it's falling apart. And I'm like, Keem, I thought you said yourself that you have like all these bigger clients you talk to and all these other big deals going on. So if that's the case, then why are you so worried about this side project of yours falling apart when you supposedly have all these other bigger business ventures going on? What happened to those? Why are you worrying so much about this one if your other business ventures are doing so good, supposedly, huh?
Avoid being a shill. And
plus, Mackie, I don't think I have enough stuff to monetize, even if I wanted to. I think I need like, what, 3,000 combined hours or something on YouTube of viewers, something like that. I don't know.
That you don't care about. I will.
Or like so many subs. I don't.
You go to watch something like, for example,
plus I actually have a real job, so I don't really.
I sometimes try to drop in and watch content creators who previously I used to watch. Okay, so for example, every once in a while,
I'll watch bullshit on this
video game nerd, or every once in a while I'll watch the Nostalgia Critic just to see how they're doing. I don't watch all of their stuff. I'll just pop in and say, what's the newest episode or whatever. I actually heard that Angry Video Game Nerd had done a really good episode for this Halloween. It was a return to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which was like one of his first, if not his first review ever, a million years ago. So, I go to watch it, and what I notice is immediately there's product placements. Oh, this is brought to you by NordVPN. Oh, this is brought to you by DoorDash. This is brought to you by this meal subscription service. This is brought to
That's how most YouTubers make a living on YouTube nowadays, Phil. That's how everyone else, that's how you do it. That is how you do run a successful business on YouTube, Phil. That's how it works. That's how a normal business degree holding individual would do it. They wouldn't just fucking beg to their audience all the god time and pretend that that's fucking somehow better. They're just having a few ads that you can skip. Okay?
Buy some cryptocurrency. This is brought to you by blah, blah, blah.
And no one has an ad for cryptocurrency, first of all.
You know that these guys don't use this stuff. This is not like a testimonial. This is not like, oh,
I mean, I bet they probably use a VPN.
Stand by,
like, why wouldn't you use a VPN?
And they believe in, this is just, I'm going to take payment to shill a product that I don't care about and never will use, but it's just something that I want to push for money.
You don't know that.
It's intrusive to the video. It's incredibly annoying, right? Now listen, these guys...
Again, it's not any more annoying than you fucking begging all the time for like 3 or 4 times per stream.
have much bigger viewership than me, even to this day. They have way more viewers, way more attention on.
Because they're more entertaining. Right? You don't offer anything.
When they do those ads, they got eyes on them, so they probably make a pretty big paycheck just for pumping out.
Yeah, because it's successful and successfully run a business. That's how you successfully run a business.
So by doing that,
Phil,
they don't have to have pressure on them about how the performance is on a particular video or whatever, because they got paid just for making it, right? But
not really.
The quality and the feeling of it being genuine is completely left at the door when it's a shilled product placement.
Oh, so because it's a shilled product placement that invalidates their whole entire rest of the video? Phil, what are you fucking talking about? Like, you do realize that, like, it's plainly obvious to everyone that has an eyes that you do not enjoy video games. You probably never did fully enjoy video games. You're not coming across as an honest lover of video games. You just don't. You're doing this for a fucking paycheck. That's all you're doing it for. But he's trying to sit over here and change the narrative and pretend that, like, he's somehow better than these people because he begs his own audience all the time instead of fucking showing an ad.
I'm sorry, it just is. For me, anyway,
it's not.
That's my personal...
That's because you're retarded, Phil.
It's like when I watch that, I'm like, I hate this video now. Like, even if the video is good and the content is good and it's funny, the fact that you had to watch this fake product placement.
Really, Phil? You can't just come over here and be like, oh, look, there's an ad from here to here. I'm just going to click and you skip the ad. You can go play. Because that's what most people fucking do. Oh, there's an ad. I'll skip ahead a minute, half a minute to a minute, and there you go. Because they're selling VPN or those fucking stupid ass card wallet things or whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, okay, just skip ahead a little bit. No problem. Doesn't ruin my entertainment of the rest of the fucking video. I can still enjoy the rest of the video just fine.
Fake shit on Earth. We don't need to have people who used to be genuine on the internet doing this for passion and for fun to now, I made a video today to push NordVPN. Oh, by the way, there's also something.
Wow, what an idiot. He really thinks that, like, they're literally only putting out video. Like, this is a view into his mind because he is projecting everything that he does onto these people. So he thinks everyone else is just like him and that they're only making content to make a buck. So they're making a shit video that they don't care about only to fucking get paid for the ads. And they don't really have any passion for anything. When really that's all just projection that he does of himself. And that's how he feels. I'm like, they can still have an entertaining, fun fucking video and still have an ad on it. That doesn't invalidate the two. You don't know that, right, Phil?
Video you might enjoy, but please get NordVPN, you know? I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Actually, I kind of want NordVPN. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that's just my feeling, and that's my opinion.
VPN
that's
is always safe.
And it works. It has worked, and it continues to work. Okay? So, you know, if you disagree with that, and you think, oh, that's just part of the business, they're making the bag or taking the bag or whatever, that's your prerogative to say that.
That is. Because most people think that way.
I've been making content for free for 15 years. Why am I now going to
free? Oh, yeah, your content was free, but you basically browbeat your own fucking fans and viewers into giving you money constantly. And your fans have admitted they give you money just to shut you the fuck up to stop you from begging. Some of your fans have actually said that, Phil. So it's not for free. You expect compensation for your content. Don't give me that bullshit.
To make ends meet. It doesn't even make sense, right? It doesn't. You now become, when you shill products, okay, you now become beholden to those companies. You understand?
You don't.
Right?
You
like now,
fucking don't, Phil. You are so fucking stupid.
Sure that you don't accidentally do something that's considered risque, because now, oh no, you might lose a sponsorship if someone deems something you said irresponsible or, you know, not in line with their own beliefs or whatever. You can't be honest, you can't be genuine, and you can't be yourself. Genuinely, people who do this stuff all the time usually are characters. And what I mean by that is they play a role or a character, because that way they can...
God damn, this guy's an idiot. Okay. Alright. Again, you have projection here. Really, really bad projection. I would love to hear Steve of the Dead's thoughts on this. I really would, because, like, sorry, I'm trying to visualize my words while I'm doing this. So, give me a second. He thinks everyone is just like him. He thinks every single one of these big YouTubers that he's talking about is a racist, like, homophobic, piece of shit, negative person, right? And that they're all holding that back to put on a character that they're a good, decent person. That's what he's basically trying to say right here, I think. Anyway. It's like, oh, well, see, they have, like, no, it's not that hard to be a decent person, to not say hateful fucking slurs all the time, and to maybe not, like, say anything extremely hateful or homophobic or racist in your content. It's not that hard for normal fucking people to do that. But if you're a hateful, misogynistic piece of shit like you, it might be more harder to reel yourself in. And that's what he's afraid of. He's afraid that if he got sponsorships, they would be extra critical of him, and he wouldn't be able to be his normal hateful piece of shit self. And he would feel like, oh, well, since from him being a hateful bigot all the time, he would have to rein himself in and play a character that's totally PC or whatever, which isn't true anyway. You don't have to be 100% PC. You just don't have to, like, just don't be a total fucking asshole bigot online. That's all. Like, don't say hateful slurs all the time. It's not that hard. Or if you want to say hateful slurs, you can always go to Cozy TV and fucking join Nick Fuentes and Ethan Ralph and shit and be your best Nazi over there. Right? Because that's basically what he's saying. He thinks that, like, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the nostalgia critic, because, like, I kind of hear he's like a total asshole behind the scenes, actually. But, like, he thinks that these big name YouTubers are, like, just like him, and they're all, like, total assholes behind the scenes, and they're putting on this fake character, when actually it's not true. Like, the Angry Video Game Nerd's actually, like, a really nice guy behind the scenes, is what I've heard, is that he's actually a really nice guy. And I'm sure a lot of these people are really nice, you know? It's just he is projecting his own hatefulness and his own having to hide his true identity, because his true identity is that he's a hateful, miserable person. And so he's trying to hide that by putting on a character to be more PC so he doesn't get in any more trouble. And so he's projecting that onto other people and assuming that these other big name YouTubers that take ads must also be making a character, and that deep down they're the same as him. But most people aren't the same as him. Hold on.
You can always say what they said and did was the character, not them, right? You can't be honest and real doing that kind of content, because God forbid you say something that's not in line with the company, and now the company's pissed at you, right? And, oh, they dropped me and now I lost money and stuff like that. Bullshit. When you're making content, the number one concern should be that that content is genuine, fun, real, entertaining, and has value for everyone involved. For you, the creator, for the person watching, for everyone. everyone there. Not, oh, I made the content to be in line with an advertiser who wanted me to act a certain way because I have a promotion for their product in said video, so God forbid that I accidentally act in a way that they don't agree with. Oh, by the way, as long as all of that's in line, that's fine. Oh, by the way, also then I do my content in that video. No. No. Sorry. I'm not doing that. It's not, if I would rather quit. I would rather quit making content entirely than sell out like that and become a fucking shill, a paid character who has to watch what he does. Oh, watch what I say and do. I can't be genuine with my audience, right? Because I have this sponsorship that I'm dealing with, right? It's ridiculous. I can't stand it. I just cannot stand it, you know? So that's the deal. And that's the thing, you know, with the hate element out there that I have, that if I were to get sponsorships, which I get offered all the time, no exaggeration, indie games are always looking for someone to play them, and they'll pay you for it. They feel that even getting a few hundred to a few thousand people watching their unknown game is worth it, and they'll pay you decent money for it. They'll offer you hundreds of dollars. They'll say, hey, if someone downloads the game, you'll get a referral bonus and stuff like that, right? All the time those are offered, right? So I do get these offers, and also products too. I get, and of course it's not products anyone's ever heard of, but I definitely get offered this product to put this product placement and stuff like that, right? But again, what would happen is I would get those sponsorships, right? And I would probably have them for a bit, and then what would happen is, as you know, trolls would then go and probably do the same hate campaigns that they did over 2 years ago against me. You know, remember they got me kicked out of the Twitch partner program for literally doing nothing. I didn't do anything on my stream to get me kicked out. They just
Hello? What happened to my thing? Oh. Is there a massive delay going on? What happened to my thing? Oh. I guess it's just massively late on YouTube is my guess. Because, that is weird. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. Because I got no notification on OBS that I was dropping any frames or anything. I wasn't getting any error or anything like that. And then I saw that, like, it was, like, way behind on YouTube. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully at least still recorded so you can, like, go back and watch it, like, or if it's, like, still recording everything there. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry about that. Because I was talking like, I was just recording and talking like normal. I didn't notice anything wrong with my stream. But everything says it's live and working, so hopefully it keeps working fine. I never got any notification on my stream health that says it's healthy, so I don't know. Let's continue. I forget what I was talking about. I'm sorry.
Is deemed that things I'd done in the past weren't worthy of being in the partner program, despite the fact I'd been in the partner program for how many years. They suddenly changed their opinion overnight.
Because you continue to use hateful slurs, Phil. You kept doing it.
With no evidence of any wrongdoing and not saying I did anything wrong, you're just out of the partner program, right?
Yeah, I always talk to myself. You don't talk to yourself?
Invited me.
You always gotta talk to yourself every once in a while, you know, the voices inside your head and everything.
To their business.
And they answer back, and we have a little discussion.
They designed my original clothing line for me. I didn't even do it.
That's basically what my streams are anyways, just me talking to, like...
They knew who I was.
The internet in general,
all the stuff that I've done in the past. And then 3-4 years later,
I'm lucky if I get any of you guys come in and I can actually talk to someone.
We're closing your shop and you're gone. It's like, huh? But that's how these companies are. So, why on earth, right?
Yeah, I know. I probably should be the pad to sell someone.
Change my content in a way that I don't want it to change. That I would become a paid shill. And I'd have to be so careful.
We all go a little crazy
what I say
sometimes.
And do in my content that I don't upset someone to be dropped from a sponsor, just so that my trolls would go ahead and hate watch all my content, nitpick things I say and do, create these unfair montages that aren't representative of who I am as a person.
Aren't representative of who you are as a person. Phil, it's not like we're making up and doing... It's not like we're taking, like, AI and editing what he says so that he's saying hateful slurs that he never actually said just through the AI to make it look like he's saying that. We are literally taking clips from your streams and showing it to people, and they're like, oh shit, this guy's a racist piece of shit. And they drop him. Because you're a racist piece of shit. Excuse me. That burped. Like, you do get that, right, Phil? Like, we aren't creating fake content out of nowhere. Like, it's just... We are taking clips from your own content. We are just showing other people, these supposedly sponsors or whatever, we are just showing them your own content to them and be like, hey, do you really want this guy advertising your shit when he's saying stuff like this? And it's not all from 10, 15 years ago. It's stuff current that you're still saying to this fucking day.
And or use things from 10 plus years ago that I don't do anymore.
No, you still say hateful slurs today, Phil.
Like, that's who I am today. To try to
that is who you are today, Phil. You're still the same person. You have not changed.
Right? Doing something like, it's just not worth it. Not only would I have to change everything that I do for these promos, these products, all this stuff, but then there's this potential for so much harassment and things. It's just, I'm better off being completely independent. I really am. Someone like me, in the situation I'm in, with the amount of harassment
I like to beg you guys for money. That's basically what it is.
Is to stay indie and just to be my own man and to do my own thing and to keep that crap out of my content. Be true to my
so
audience,
delusional.
And
it is scary sometimes. It really is.
Right?
And then I bite my own fingers. Oh my!
I feel like if I were to change, like if I were forced into a situation where I have to take these
no one for oh my god, who told him this is how it works?
Right?
Because that's not how any of this shit works.
I guarantee you there would be people who would turn on me and be like, so you were always against that, but now you're doing it. I'm like, well, it's a necessary evil, right? Well, forget it, right? And they're not going to watch.
The whole 2 fans you have left?
Like, they've been around for a while. They see what I stand for. And
I'm like, okay, just really quick. I know this is a flipped image. So, like, this is his closet door, which is usually over here. And Duty just flipped it horizontally, right? So this side of his face is usually over here on this side of his face. But holy shit, you can really see how uneven his hairline is. Because he's like, it's receding over here and then like halfway gone over here. Just gone. Like a fucking crater just right over here. It's just fucking gone. And the whole face is just like, just looping to the right here. It's like, he doesn't move this side of his face that much at all, hardly. It really doesn't. No problem, Harry. Thank you guys for showing up. I do appreciate it.
That have been a holdout. You know what I mean? Like, again, all my contemporaries.
All my contemporaries are being successful and using the normal modern day ways to be a successful business on YouTube. And I'm over here like, no, that's not how you do it, dude. They control everything you do. And they're like, no, they don't. And they're like, yeah, you do. You just don't see it.
If you haven't seen it.
You gotta beg your audience for money instead.
Because remember, years ago, people said stuff to me like, don't ever do that stuff. It's terrible. Now everyone does it, and it's like it's commonly accepted.
Who said that?
Common.
Give us names.
Channel or on
I want a name.
There's all these product placements and offers and promotions and referral codes and all that. It's just common practice now, right? Didn't used to be. Really, it was the opposite. It was a
Really?
rare thing when someone would do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because times change, dumbass. The whole ad apocalypse of YouTube is what made all this shit change. Because before, you could just make your living on YouTube with the ads that you have from your videos on YouTube. You didn't have to worry too much. Now, because times change, everyone needs to go ahead and have some sort of sponsorships in order to make a whole living on YouTube. Otherwise, you know, you gotta have another job, Phil. It's obvious you don't want to fucking do that.
But now it's
you'd
like, well,
rather fucking beg and put. You'd rather beg and put your financial burdens on your own fucking audience, which is way fucking worse than taking an ad sponsorship here and there. You piece of shit. But you don't care because you dent heads are literally on fixed income and getting disability checks have to pay for your bills.
Make the money, they take the bag and they run with it. So that's fine, it's accepted. Well, what happened? So I didn't change, I'm the holdout. They all changed, but that's okay because it's them. But if I had done it, again, because I'm held to an unfair standard being a lolcow on the internet. So if I changed to do the same thing everyone else did, I'm the hypocrite. I'm the one who's, it's not fair, right? You know, how dare you? And everyone turn on me. And then you would see all the, I guarantee you'd see all these video montages. DSP, the complete hypocrite. Here's the history of how all the years he said he didn't want to do it, and now he's doing it, right? So
I wouldn't really
right
care
now,
that much,
so
honestly.
you talk too much about
you have done
crowdfunding.
way worse shit than being a hypocrite once or twice. We're beyond. We're way beyond you being a hypocrite once or twice. No. You've done a lot more worse shit than being a hypocrite.
Don't do it as much. Well, if I don't do it as much, then I don't make a living. Okay? Well, then don't do the crowdfunding. Instead, do the
or maybe get a real fucking job that will actually pay your bills and have a reliable source of income and do this as a side hustle. How about that?
Advertisements, the product.
You could still fucking get a real job. And then you could still make YouTube content as a side hustle where you don't have to get ads or advertisers or sponsors and be true to yourself and still do that at night. Once you can do one stream at night instead, 1 2-hour small stream at night and just play like a game here or there with your fans. And during the day, you can do a job. Even if it's just like a part-time job, it'll still give you more money probably than what you're currently making.
Okay, I'll do that.
If you combine the two.
DSP, the hypocrite. Now he's shilling after all these years he said he wouldn't.
Because let's face it, he's stretching himself too thin. You see what I'm saying? So if he did a shorter 3-hour stream at night instead of 2 different streams in the daytime, or 2 different streams, because he has the podcast, he has the day stream, which is what, 3 hours? Then he has the night stream, which is 2 hours, right? So if he gets rid of the podcast altogether, he gets rid of the day stream altogether, and he works during the day, even if it's a part-time job, doesn't have to be a full-time job or anything, just like working like however many hours during the day, and then he can come home and do a 3-hour stream at night. And the dents that would have normally given you the money during the daytime streams would still give you that money during the nighttime streams, right? Because they like to see you for whatever fucking reason, right? So you can talk about all the shit that you would have normally talked about during your pre-stream podcast. You could talk about that while you're doing the stream for the video game at night. And then you could talk to your dents at night, and they would still give you the same amount of money that they would usually be giving you during the daytime streams. And you wouldn't be flooding their fucking inboxes and subscription feeds with countless fucking videos over and over and over again. And you would probably be making a lot more successful if you tried doing something like that than what you're fucking doing now.
Do you understand?
And you would have more time for yourself too.
I'm just going to be true
you
to myself.
You could probably
in reality,
2 days off a week
the
instead of 1.
Truth of the situation is that in life, okay, there's only one person who is the authority on you, and there is only one person who you actually have to answer to, and that's you and yourself. That's it. Right?
No God, no society, no parents, no being a productive member of society or anything like that. Okay, gotcha. Just you and yourself. Got it.
Who gives a shit what anyone else outside says? There's so much.
I mean, I kind of care what, like, my significant other thinks or says. I kind of care what my parents and family says. But then again, I'm an actual productive member of society, and I actually have a family that loves and cares about me, unlike you. Because you clearly don't give a shit what fucking... I almost called her Leanna. You clearly don't give a shit what Kat says, and you definitely don't give a crap what your parents say, because you don't really have a family, Phil. You really don't. All you have is you and maybe the cat, if you want to count the cat.
White noise out there in life, in the world. People saying and doing...
Yeah, like, well, I hear my wife talking in the background, but it's all just kind of white noise. It's going out one ear and out the other. Because I don't really care what she says about me.
Whispering behind your back and publicly saying nasty things. Who cares what people say?
Wow, your wife is publicly saying nasty things about you? That's not good.
As long as you feel like what you're doing is the right thing to do, and you feel like you're doing something positive, right? And, you know, then that's fine.
Well, as long as you're totally a delusional fucking idiot and warp everything you're doing into a positive to seem to be the hero and come out on top, that's all that really matters,
and, you
right?
know, that's how you go through life, and that's my philosophy. Is my goal is to every day come here and make positive content for all of you. Make a living.
You failed then, sir. Right? You have failed that goal.
I want to make a living without having to hurt others.
You
I don't want
failed.
to get
Good
ahead
day,
by
sir.
stomping on people below me and pushing forward. I just want to...
No one steps on other people.
Time, enjoying games, chilling, having fun. That's what it's all about. You see? I could have done that years and years ago. I could have been one of these slam YouTube...
like, Phil, I would argue that even his detractors, like all of us, I would argue even we don't step on him in order to get ahead. We really don't. Like, yeah, we make fun of him and we criticize him and all this other shit, but like, I wouldn't really argue that that's stepping on him. Like, we're not doing it in order to be a successful YouTuber and make lots of money. We're doing it because he has it coming. We're doing it because he's a piece of shit. And we want to show others how much of a piece of shit it is. It's not like we're doing so in order to be successful in something, right? Because most detractors aren't even making that much money doing this. We really aren't. And we're not trying to, because we have jobs. We don't need to. We're doing it to show people how much of a jackass this guy is. To make fun of him, to laugh at him. That's why we're doing this.
YouTubers, drama content creators. There was epic amounts of opportunity to do that. And I totally opted out of that. I said, nah, I'm just going to be true to myself. I'm going to play the game.
Yeah, because you could be retiring right now like Keemstar.
That's what I've always wanted.
Even though he hasn't really
maybe
retired.
Because of the way I was raised. As I'm getting older now, I'm starting to realize
a fucking idiot
that even
too,
though I'm not a religious guy by any means, that having that upbringing, having this moral compass, right? I find myself going back to it more and more now that I'm older. You know, when I was younger, I was rebellious. Oh, rage against everything, do whatever you want. But as I get older, I find myself going back to those tenets, those core tenets, those beliefs of, you know, do unto others.
Oh
right?
my God.
As you would have them do unto you.
Okay, did you watch Bambi? Like, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. My mom would always tell me that. It's like, Mom, like, I have a teenager. You don't have to recite fucking Bambi to me, okay? Jesus Christ. You don't have anything nice to say? No. If they're a piece of shit, I'm going to say they're a piece of shit. I'm going to be vocal about that. Because they're a piece of shit. And it's not right to, if someone's like being an asshole or stepping on, like, not stepping on me, but like being a bully, right? Like, you should stand up against that person. You shouldn't just be like, oh no, and like be a submissive cuck like fucking Boogie is. Because we already talked about that. That's not the right way to do things. You gotta defend yourself. And I guess in the same way fucking Keemstar was saying, like, you probably should, yeah, but like, he's doing it out of his own self-preservation, not self-preservation, you know what I mean. He's just trying to bolster his numbers and like try to make the show more interesting. He wasn't actually giving a shit about what they were doing.
You know, don't just hurt others. Don't, you know, true success is not success by any means. It's success where you can be successful, but you don't have to hurt others.
Is he talking about a job, or is he just talking in life in general? I don't even know at this point. Like, if he's talking about a job, then yeah, he has a point. Because, like, if we're talking about, like, a career and financial success and stuff like that, yeah, just do what you're doing, do the best job you can do, kind of try to stay out of other people's business, and just get the work done that you have to do done. If you go to work, you go to work and focus on your job, try to stay out of drama, and just go home. That's fine. That's normal for a job. for success, or if you're doing YouTube or whatever, right? But if we're just talking in life in general, then that doesn't really apply that much, really. It's like, yeah, life's short. I'm going to have a laugh at this fucking idiot because he's a fucking idiot. So I'm going to laugh about it. Okay? I'm going to make content about it because it's funny and it's a train wreck. And I don't want to look away yet.
That's the kind of stuff that I abide by. And so, you know, I follow all this stuff. And a lot of people
thank you, Uncle Phil,
don't you understand the
for the life lessons you give us.
You may say that, but here I am 15 years in and I'm still here, right? And my content isn't full of shit.
Like, you keep saying that, but you don't really seem to, like, realize that's not really something to feel good about, really. Just, I'm still here because you have nowhere else to go. That's not the, like, fuck, there's a word and I can't think of it. That's not the punch, no, slap in the face? No, that doesn't really work. It's that's not that as impressive as you try to make it seem, right? It's not really that impressive that you're still here. Because let's be honest, where else are you going to go? You have no other options left, Phil. You could get a job, but you're not going to. And even if you did get a job, it's probably going to be in retail or beginner, like fucking, what is it? Maybe like a starting position somewhere. And you refuse to do even that, Phil. But bragging that you've been here for 15 years isn't always a good thing. That's not like some... Fuck, I'm almost at the tip of what I want to say, and I can't think of the word. I can't think of it. Fuck, what the hell is it? Not cool. Like, he wants, like, as a badge of honor, maybe something like that. It's like he's wearing it like some badge of honor. It's like, I've been here for 15 years. I'm like, that's not a sign that you're successful. If anything, that's a sign that you are a failure and you have nothing left except to do this. Because you have no choice but to do this over and over again, Phil. Do you not see that? Like, that's not a sign of success. It really isn't. And if you were doing this for 15 years, like, and you actually accepted sponsors and were actually successful, that'd be one thing. But the way you do things and begging your audience all the time, that's not a success.
Shilling ads and crap. And I'm still able to get by. And yeah, there are some days that
you're only able to get by begging your audience. That's not a good look for anyone. That's not a good thing.
Days and I mention it, and there's some days that are great.
And you're reliable totally on their generosity. Right? That's not a business
model. What's the big
model.
Deal? As long as we're all having a good time and enjoying the stuff I put out, then why does anyone give a crap?
Because you're hurting your audience. You're abusing your own fans.
And why is anyone criticizing? Right?
Because you're a piece of shit.
Because they want a reaction.
How you doing, Wesley?
That sitting there and misrepresenting and being gross and being toxic is going to get a reaction. It's not. I don't care. I will be here. I will be here on streaming.
Again, no one is trying to take you off the internet, Phil. Maybe a very small amount of detractors are trying to get you offline, but that's not the reason we react. That's not the reason we make content, Phil. It's because it's funny. It's because, in a way, yes, you are entertaining. It's just not for the reasons you want to be. You want to be entertaining for legit reasons when you're not. You're a clown show that people like to point and laugh at. In that way, you're entertaining. Yes, Phil. And that's why most of us don't want you to go away. It would be too boring without... Sorry. It'd be too boring without this idiot to laugh at. I mean, yeah, you have a lolcows and eventually would move to other lolcows and everything. But this, I've never seen anyone as delusional as this one, though. I really haven't. It's fucking crazy. Like, and the fact that you're too stubborn, too stupid to accept that you have failed as a YouTuber and to maybe try to get some sort of actual reliable income so that you could actually retire one day says a lot about you, because you are going to die on stream someday, Phil. You really are. and you have no plans for the future or retirement, no 401k, nothing. I work a shitty part-time job. I still have a 401k. Like, it's a union with a 401k. Even though it's a part-time, it's still something. I have some money saved up for the future. What about you? You won't have anything.
Every day that I choose
than me.
to, until I choose to no longer stream. I will make videos for YouTube every day that I choose
really
to, until
is,
I choose to no longer make videos for YouTube. Do you understand? I'm not going anywhere. I've been here for 15 years, and I will continue to be here for as long as I so choose. And then the day that I choose to retire, I will retire. Nothing anyone says.
Retire. Oh, okay. How are you going to retire on, Phil? Are you secretly saving up money? I highly doubt it, because we keep seeing your name on the WWE Champion leaderboards rise every fucking time you get a tip. So what are you saving up for, Phil? Are you saving anything up? Probably not. Oh, but you're going to retire from streaming someday, huh? And what are you going to do, huh? For what? Where are you going to get that money from, Phil? You're going to bleed Cat even more dry than usual? At least Cat will have a 401k at some point. More than you could say.
Anything is going to change that. They can't. They've tried. They failed. Nothing's going to change it. Okay?
No one's trying to actually take you down. You do realize that, right?
So, there you have it. That's my philosophy. So when you ask me all these questions about this stuff.
Wow, what a smart philosophy.
There you are. And the funny part is that you get a troll. Like, for example, this person did a super chat and says, I'd rather watch an ad than be asked to donate. You just donated. You just donated. I didn't ask you to. You just did. Yeah, but you constantly donate, though, idiot. Did the biggest hypocritical thing.
I mean, I wouldn't have given him any money anyway, because never give money to DSP. It's never worth it to give any money to him whatsoever. So I would never have actually given him money. But that being said, yeah, it's better to have you take an ad than listen to you fucking shill and fucking beg for money all the fucking time, because we know what's coming, Phil. You do it every 2 hours at least.
You possibly could have done, right? You're full of crap.
But that invalidates his message.
Most people would rather willingly contribute to something they like than be forced to do something they don't want to do. That's the truth. But you make it mandatory for your fans, though, Phil. You fucking gaslight the shit out of your fans and financially abuse them constantly to try to guilt trip them into giving you money, and yet you have the audacity to claim that your content is free when it really isn't. They're expected to pay up. No matter if they like the content or not, they're expected to fucking pay. It's an active choice.
You're financially abusing your own audience.
You were already given for free versus being forced to do something against your will with absolutely no option to.
Who is forced? If you put an ad on your video, that doesn't force your audience to fucking buy the product. They can skip ahead on the video, Phil. What are you talking about?
Not do that. It's a big difference.
What is he fucking talking about? No one's obligated to click the ad.
Said Fallout 3 and 4 for the next long-form RPG Melee build.
Do not fucking play another fucking Fallout game. God damn.
Huh? Someone tipped $1 says the difference with having sponsors, the viewer gets content and the product if they choose to pay for it.
Yeah, they don't have to click the
what?
Sponsorship, dummy.
I don't even understand what you're saying. No. Most people, the vast majority of people who watch someone's content with a sponsorship do not buy the product. They're forced to watch the ad for it, but they don't buy the product. It's a very, very small percentile of people who would actually partake in the product that's being advertised or shilled to them.
All right.
So I don't even understand what you're saying.
But you can skip ahead.
Like what you're saying is, well, for that insanely small, right? Insanely small amount of a group who will actually buy the product, they'll benefit. I guess you're right. But when you're making, when you're making a video for public consumption, right? Like right now, this podcast, I'm not just making this podcast for people who want to contribute.
He really thinks his content is that good that he's saving his content and making it ad free for future consumption and to be archived in the records some fucking where, and that people 40, 50 years from now, we'll look back and be able to enjoy the full extent of his content long after he's dead, because it's just such fucking good content. Thank you, PhilBurnell, for making such good content that could be enjoyed for generations to fucking come. That's kind of what he's trying to say right here, really.
Everyone wants to watch it. If you like the content and you've decided actively of your own volition that you want to contribute because you like said content,
he doesn't. He has no 401k or any extra money saved up.
Well, if you
he doesn't even own his fucking house, his condo.
1%, 0.0005%. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't even make sense. The difference between you actively choose to support something because you like it, you're not forced to, versus you're forced to watch that ad for a product you don't care about, and there's nothing you can do about it. You must.
Are you fucking serious? Right? I'm forced to listen to you beg your own goddamn audience all the fucking time for money. That's what I'm forced to. I'd rather listen to like a 30-second, 1 minute fucking ad than every 20, 30 minutes on your stream listening to you fucking beg your audience for money. What are you talking about?
It's completely different. Anyway. Engine and Tonic at TM.
Like, he really is delusional.
By the way, I guess
we're not
to the suggestion box because a lot of contributions started coming in, and now we're just constantly shouting them out. So I guess that's that. Engine and Tonic TM did a 10-pound super chat and says the best thing is no matter how you respond to anything, they'll try and spin it to make it sound like they won, i.e., calling you mad or crying. No, of course. Again.
No, we don't have to even do that. We could just take this whole like, who is it? What? Duty streams. This is Duty streams video. All Duty had to fucking do was clip it, start here, end here, post it up. And we just get to listen to this fucking mad, insane fucking rant. There's no need to twist this around. There's no need to have, like, audio mixing AI to, like, twist his words around and actually change up what he's actually saying. We don't have to do any of that shit. All we have to do is just take it and post it up and say, here you go. Sorry. Ugh. Hold on. Sorry, my throat. But yeah, that's all we have to do. Like, we don't have to twist anything around. You are a delusional motherfucker. You're not talking in any kind of sense whatsoever. All we have to do is point at you and say, look, does this make sense to you? Because it doesn't make sense to us.
You have to understand, they see me. Do you understand lolcow culture? Like, it's pretty disgusting. It's like, so what we want to do, we're going to constantly talk about someone over and over and over, all right, to try to get a rise or something out of them. And the absolute moment that they respond.
Yeah, like the audacity of this motherfucker to claim that he's doing this all for free when he said before, it's like basically tipping is mandatory to him. It really is. If you're a fan and if you're enjoying this content, you're taking advantage of him if you're not tipping him. That's how he does it. He gaslights his audience into giving him money every fucking day.
Respond, we won. It doesn't even matter how they responded. We won because all we're looking for is a response. That's it. The moment that they respond to it, we got their attention. We got them to say something, right? So they see that as a victory.
Hey, Native, how you doing? Yeah, unfortunately, I was kind of sick lately. I'm still kind of just getting over my cough. I had like the worst cough ever. I wasn't COVID because I did an at-home COVID test and I was negative for that. But like I've been dealing with this stupid stubborn cough for like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and it just won't go away fully. So that's why I've been kind of like haven't been streaming in a while. And I'm like, I'm going to try to do a short stream today just to like catch up with some stuff because there's so much stuff going on and it sucks.
My throat's still not fully. To them, they've already won. And of course, what they're going to do is they're going to constantly keep spinning it in a negative way to kind of
sound like Phil with all this coughing and clear my throat and everything.
I've already said this before.
Hate it.
Like today, I could right now go outside and walking down the street.
Yes,
I could stop
I agree. I approve of this, Phil. Go outside and touch some fucking grass for once.
Like an old woman could be getting held up, and I could run up and punch the dude right in the face.
You would never do that. You would run the fuck away if someone was getting robbed. What are you talking about?
Throw him down the street.
You
Save the woman.
You would never do that. Hold on 1 second.
Then I could turn.
With your scrawny ass little arms, you're gonna like punch someone and throw them down the street? Really? With those little fucking toothpicks of an arm that you have, all your muscles have fucking atrophied from sitting on on this chair for 15 years playing video games, dude. What are you talking about?
Turn around and a car accident happens and I pull a person out of the car that's on fire and I save their life. All right? And then all of a sudden the earth opens up.
Fucking fantasy land over here. Like, holy shit. Oh, I remember this part. Yeah, this is fucking insane.
Right? And people are about to fall down this big pit in the ground and I start pulling people away from the edge. Oh, get back, everyone. Get to safety, right? And then aliens could come down out of the fucking sky.
Just listen to this.
Open their doors like, we are invading. And I could run up and say, fuck you, and kick the alien right in his alien genitals and throw him back into the spaceship.
And he thinks this is funny.
With some kind of deadly disease. All right? And then they all die and I save the entire planet.
Yeah, he infects the aliens with gout. And they're like, oh, fuck this. This asshole just gave us gout. Back to the spaceships, man. Get out of here.
This situation, I save everyone. All right? And what would happen? Those people who don't like me would literally go on their stream and be like,
and since we're in Fantasyland, I would like a pony and a Lamborghini. And I bought I built a like $2 million mansion too. Why not? You know, just why not? We're in Fantasyland. We're just making shit up right at this point.
Were you aware that when Phil was doing that, a napkin fell out of his pocket and he littered? And all they would do in the entire video is talk about how Darksydephil litters. That's it. They would ignore everything else that happened that day. None of that matters. That's how those people are.
What kind of fake false analogram are we talking about here? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, I mean, obviously none of that shit's ever gonna fucking happen because you're not saving anyone from anything, Phil. You don't give a shit about other people. Your toothpick arms aren't gonna save you from any sort of fight whatsoever or any confrontation. An old elderly lady could beat the shit out of you. What are you talking about, first of all? And second of all, it's not like there's this false like equivalency going on here. He's like pretending that like I mean, obviously that's never gonna happen, right? But like, let's say like he's trying to like portray it where it's like he's actually on his streams every single day doing like a really good job, not hurting anyone, like doing like all this for like the sake of his fans, and it's 100% free stream. That's kind of what he's trying to get at. Like he's like this fucking philanthropist of a fucking streamer over here sacrificing his free time to give you all poor menial peasants and serfs some enjoyment and entertainment in the darkness of your lives, and this is the thanks he gets in return. That's kind of what he's trying to like portray over here. I'm like, are you fucking serious? The fucking ego on this motherfucker is insane.
You know what I mean? So to me, I don't give two rats' asses or craps about any of that stuff. I don't want anything to do with any of it. You know, I stay away from it. And
Phil is the kind of dumbass who always has to get the last line in an argument and never knows when to shut up, so he always takes it way too fucking far. Like, yeah, and exactly, Harry. No one's asking him to stream all fucking day. I said earlier, he could cut it down and just stream one time a day, and he would get the same amount of money, if not more so, than he already gets. If he cut it down, got rid of the pre-stream podcast, and streamed for like 3 or 4 hours every single day, just that, one stream for 4 hours, he would get the same amount of money, if not more. And he would have more time to like get a second job, actually spend some time with his wife that doesn't even give a shit about him. I don't know.
You know, let them say
but
what they
the
want
real
to say.
thing is he has nothing else to do. That's why he streams so much. It's not really about money because he still has more than enough money. He wasted all, but he still has plenty of money. He just doesn't have anything to fucking do other than this. He has no real life. He has no actual hobbies. He doesn't really play games, enjoy playing games. That's why he doesn't play any games when he's not streaming. He doesn't read. He doesn't have any creative outlet at all, really. You know, that's why he streams so fucking much. And yeah, like, if he did fucking stream one day a week, like the 3 or 4 hours stream, Like, and then like you wouldn't even have to really cut that up into pieces, really. You would just put the one stream out, have people watch that. But no.
Let them do what they want to do. That's how they handle it. And again, that's why you notice I'm not specifically addressing anything anyone says or does about me.
Yeah, exactly, Native. It's like he loves to pretend that he's like this big badass because he's behind this the internet screen. He thinks he's all tough until he actually gets walked up to in real life, and then he acts like the biggest fucking pussy. It's typical lolcow behavior, really.
It's just generality. I have no idea what they say. I pay no attention.
That's what I'm saying, Wesley.
Literally right now.
He literally thinks he's doing like some public service to fucking humanity, that his streams are so fucking great that like he's doing this huge public service to everyone. And everyone else is so bad and evil for taking that away, when it's like he's just some clown show online, and the only reason he has any kind of infamy whatsoever is because he's a fucking laughingstock and so delusional.
So people say, oh, they're talking about you on a show. I don't care. I don't care what they say. I don't want to know what they say because it will.
But you talk about it all the time about what they say.
I'm here on my normal day of work. I will continue to do my normal day of work away from all of their nonsense. Okay.
Well, not to mention that, but he's doing everything he can to branch out away from actually playing video games. Like, he created the whole DSP React thing after years and decades of shitting on React style type content, and now he's doing the same fucking thing because he's trying to do anything to branch away from video games because he's old. He's old, and he's obviously losing any sort of like hand-eye coordination, so he's like not even hitting the right fucking buttons at this point. He's like aging twice as fast as a normal human being. So like, yeah, he's 41, but he's really like 61 or something like that. It's really fucking bizarre.
Sambuca did a super chat. Says, what brand are those stretchy gray lounge pants? Phil, your days are done.
Why is it? Hold on a second. What the hell was that? Why does it keep skipping like that? The fuck? Alright, I think, alright, we got this one, and that one, so. Let me close that. Which one was this? Insane cope feeling attack. I'll save that one for later. Let me just make sure. Because this is my whole to work list right here. I'm just looking. Because I got, like, these three here. But let me just see what else we have here. Some of these I have to actually go over and see if they're worth. Yeah, that's all older shit that I'm gonna have to look at later. Wait, is there a thing to stop the autoplay thing? I can't remember actually. Because I don't want it to go down to the next video after it's done. Oh well.
Let's save up. Nice, we gotta go to this stupid cabaret club. It's gonna be dumb, I'm sure. Alright.
We got more from Asexual Phil over here, guys. Hold on. Ah, stupid throat.
Let's just get it over with so we can get back to the story. More perverted Japanese culture.
Oh yes, they're so perverted,
they just can't
Phil.
stop being perverted no matter what game
you play.
Oh
my god.
The perverts come out to play.
So why are you playing this game if you don't like Japanese culture then, Phil, huh? Why?
The perverts come out to dance and play.
It's so perverted to want to have romantic not what's the right word? It's not intercourse, it's not attraction, it's romantic chemistry, I guess, with another human being. Oh, the horror of wanting to talk to someone else. What?
Oh boy. Here it is. Club Perverts. Welcome to Club Perverts. Our service costs at 10,000.
Like, why is he acting like it's fucking like a prostitute den? You do know that no one's actually going in there and having sex, right? It's you're literally just paying for company. Like, whether you lonely or whatever, it's not like they can actually go and have sex with the ladies there, Phil. You do know that, right? And I love it how it's like, not even infatuation. I don't remember what the hell the word is. It's... Hold on. What's the right word? Like, just... Fuck, what is the right word? Not infatuation. It's not attraction. It's like... romantic companionship, I guess, is the closest thing I could have. Just someone there to talk to like, spend time with, because you're fucking lonely. And it happens a lot, Phil. Like, to actual real humans who have real human emotions, it happens to people. If people aren't married or don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, it happens. Like, everyone gets lonely. Like, I don't understand what the hell he thinks. It's like, he literally thinks people go here and have sex or go there and wank off to these ladies. I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, Phil. I mean, I don't live in Japan. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's not how it fucking works. People just go there because they're lonely and they want to have some kind of, maybe romance. Not even really romance, really just companionship.
Man, they're forcing me to do this.
And then he acts like such a whiny bitch.
Oh, boy. I mean, I'm sure either one is going to be so respectably conservative, right?
Come on, you got to go for Kay. I mean, look at that face proportions. She has a lot better face proportions, like than her. Like, she has too long of a head. I don't know. I'm just being weird about it.
Right.
I'm sure they're both nice.
So it doesn't really matter. You know, each one's going to be stupid. Here, we'll just...
Plus, you got to have a thing for glasses.
It doesn't matter. Here we go. He's fucking Japanese. There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh my god, he is such a little whiner.
They love this shit. Once again, I don't...
The graphics are actually really pretty, or really good, though.
And they pay money
I will say that.
to spend time to talk to people.
Like, the graphics are, like, super better, like, in this one. In this part, anyway. It actually looks like... I mean, she is a real person, but, like... Actually, isn't that kind of weird? Because it's like... all the rest of the characters, they obviously look like a game. But you got her over here who's actually, like, a real person that they just kind of, like... thrown in the game itself. Hey, I resent that, Ari.
Who are half naked, right? But you get nothing out of it.
Half naked, she's just in a dress. Like, have you never been out with, like, a woman before? In, like, a fancy restaurant or something? It's like, or a party? Or, like, girls dress up. They like to dress up. What are you talking about?
Into their own culture of work.
Oh my god. Phil, stop talking. You clearly don't understand anything. He does. Like, he's, like, strangely like scared of intimacy. He really is. He hates, like, actually intimate, like, being intimate with anyone. Even his wife, I'm sure. Like, he's afraid of it.
It's nice to meet you. Sounds good.
Honestly, Wesley, I don't think you're too far off. He is clear, like... My theory about this is not that Kat's, like, a super jealous type. I don't think she's jealous at all of him, to be honest. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Oh, that's cool if that is because, like, it's obviously he's a real person, so that is really cool. No, my theory is not that Kat's a jealous person. It's really he is super insecure about his own manhood, right? He probably has extremely low testosterone, probably can't get it up, and has ED of some sort, and probably can't really even handle it in bed, right? So he's very insecure about himself. And so he's, like, scared of any sort of public displays of romance, any kind of intimacy shown in public. He's afraid, not afraid, he doesn't like it because it reminds him of his own insecurities and his own failings there, right? Yeah, exactly, though, Wesley. It's like, it's very much like fucking Mike Pence with his wife. This, like, extremely neutered this fucking extremely neutered like neutered way to look, like Mormon, sex-free way to look at life in general, right? That's what it kind of feels like to me. And this is coming from a fucking furry that is technically asexual and is like transgender, so I'm on a bunch of hormones and like, but I still think like a normal person. Like, it's not like I act like a prude in fucking public like fucking DSP does all the fucking time. Like, even I don't act like this, and I'm like an asexual, like, so I don't experience sexual attraction to anyone, right? Like, these two girls, they look fine. They're really pretty, I'm sure, like, but I'm not sexually attracted to anyone or anything, right? But even I, like, don't act like this prude motherfucker. It's weird.
Let's enjoy ourselves. We'll see how you do. There you go.
Maybe. I think it's just the way he is. He's a very prude.
You're gonna get no money from me. $0.
Oh, I think so. There's no way he and his wife is sexual at all. It's a fucking like roommates type of situation where they're just like roommates living together at this point. There's no way.
0 yen. You get nothing. Oh, the best comforts. You mean just pour me insanely expensive drinks that I have to pay for? That's not really a comfort. That's me spending all my... Here you go. Let's have some free water. That sounds good to me.
Typical DSP date with his wife Kat. Honey, we're finally on our honeymoon. Let's have some nice free water.
Confirm that free water.
Sure, Phil, whatever.
That's great.
Like, exactly. Like, you can walk up and have like a dinner with this lady or go to these clubs or whatever. That doesn't mean like you're cheating on someone, right? Like, because you're not doing anything with them. You're just there for their company, really. And I think the vast majority of people that do go to these kind of clubs are more like lonely and like wanting some sort of company of somebody than actually like horny and like, oh yeah, we're on a date. I love you. Oh, like, you know what I mean?
But get all the cheapskate shit. No, you can't.
There's
have
no
that.
way, Darksy.
I'm not paying for your drink. You're paying for that. Was it cold out? Valuable work skills dressing on days off. Valuable work
dressing
skills.
on days off. I want to see what kind of clothes she likes.
What's important in your line of work?
Killing people, apparently.
Eye for people.
Isn't he Yakuza?
Resist temptation, power and speed. Here you go. The ability to resist temptation.
My God, you're such a little bitch about stuff like this.
0. She likes that answer. You're not gonna like that answer because I ain't giving you any money.
I think they designed it that she likes everything.
I'm giving you $0. My dream.
Yeah, it's like once you go down that rabbit hole or the vortex, I don't think you can ever really get out.
Drinking habits. To see me like you can hold your liquor. Yes, I'm a horrible alcoholic. Here we go.
Wait, what was that, Phil? Wait, on what?
You can hold your liquor. Yes, I'm a horrible alcoholic. To see me like you can hold your liquor. Yes, I'm a horrible alcoholic. Here we go. To see me like you can hold your liquor. Yes, I'm a horrible alcoholic.
We know you are, Phil. We know you are.
Here we go.
Now, if I was a detractor like he claims I was, I would just take that one section of him saying he's a horrible alcoholic, take it out of context, and post it all over the place. It's like, see, Phil admits he's a horrible alcoholic. I'm not doing that.
Fish. Like a fish. She likes that? She likes...
It's designed that she likes anything you say. How are you not understanding that,
Phil?
You're
a hardcore alcoholic. She likes the... She likes...
Yeah, I know, because I have played some of the Yakuza games, but you see some of those finishers in that game of Kiryu fighting people. Some of those fucking people straight up died in those fights. Like, he'll knock people out, like, crush their skull with a bike, or, like, toss them, like, over a building and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure some of those people would have died if that was a real game. I don't know, Kiryu.
Likes alcoholic.
He tries not to kill people, yeah, wow. But in some of those fights, people would have died.
No, I'm not drinking with you every day. I'm not drinking with you at all. Fuck your present. You get nothing. Leave.
You don't get a present. You don't get a honeymoon. Your fucking honeymoon was going to Connecticut in the first place, bitch. Now get back over there and make me some fucking dinner. What a true misogynistic pig.
The club. Good. That was really stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
That was incredibly stupid.
Why? It seemed fine.
I paid nothing, though, right? I didn't give a gift. I didn't buy the drink or anything.
Oh, you're so frugal with in-game money. If only you were frugal with your actual money in real life.
So I got off
instead of wasting it all on WWE champions. Honestly, it's one of two things. It's either like he's extremely uncomfortable in these types of situations because it's women, and because maybe he's secretly closeted. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm trans. It's fine if he was gay. But it's funny because he, like, if he is gay and he's just trying to hide it and, like, over exaggerate to such an extent that he's, like, a total prude in order to hide the fact that he is gay because he's clearly uncomfortable with women, right? He's clearly fucking uncomfortable with women. But if a guy fucking chased him around with a fucking towel around his waist, like in that one Like a Dragon game, he freaked out and was loving it so fucking much. Anytime any of these Yakuza games there's a guy naked or almost naked, he's like all over it. But a woman wearing a fancy dress, oh my god, he's super prude over here. Like, he really has to be closeted gay. And there's nothing wrong if he was gay, but it's fucking funny because he won't come out of the closet, he won't admit it, and he goes like total 180, flips the other, like the switch to super Puritan mode, super prude over here, and fucking pretends that like he hates every kind of woman ever made.
What nonsense. How many people will buy this game and spend endless hours in that club, right?
Probably no one, Phil. I mean, they're probably buying the game for the actual game itself.
Probably. Those Japanese, man.
Oh my, now you're just being racist. Okay.
Relationships.
What an idiot.